What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to this episode of G4 Outdoors. Today we're going to be doing a review and seeing if the Toro 60V lawnmower, blower, and weed eater will handle one property on one battery.
Well, here's a little story about two friends that came together, and we started up a YouTube just to talk about whatever. We're on a boat catching big bass and smashing them cats, from review videos to just making you laugh. Cause we got guns, we got knives, we got fishing, we got hunting, we got everything you like, so hit that subscribe button. We're in the outdoors, doing things that we love. We're talking guitars, girls, green grass, and guns.
Alright, I'm gonna make this quick and simple because it's hot out here. I have a zero-turn lawnmower and I am in no mood to be push mowing a yard today. The sun, as you can tell, is beating down. It's hot out here. But in this video, is the way of gasoline in the past? We're gonna find out with the 2.5 amp hour battery. I'm actually not gonna run that battery today. I'm going to be running the lawnmower battery, which is a 6.0 amp hour battery, still 60 volt. And one of the great things about all of the Toro lineup and their battery powered equipment, this battery is interchangeable with all of their equipment. All of their equipment batteries are interchangeable with their mower. So it's a fantastic setup. You don't have to go around chasing different sizes of batteries or whatnot. They're all compatible. I want to see if we can get this all done in one battery. All right, so the problem isn't so much, I don't think it's going to be a problem getting it done with just the mower. Where the test is really going to come in, and I don't know if it's going to pass or not, is if I can string trim and blow. That was on the opposite sides, wasn't it? So I don't know if I can string trim and mow after that. I'm hoping that I can. That way you'll know if you need a battery for each one of your pieces of equipment, or if just one battery from the mower will get it done. And what I'm working over here with, I picked out a big yard, and that's why I'm not excited to do this. I'm excited to see the outcome, but definitely not excited to push mow the yard. But with the personal pace on the recycler, it makes it a breeze. All I really got to do is walk. It's not that much of a workout. It's kind of a big yard. All of this corner lot over here is what I got to do. Of course, there's a back of the house as well. So I want to wrap all that up. I'm going to put the camera in the shade, guys. If any of the lights go up and down, I apologize. It's high noon and I'm about ready to be shot down. One thing I really like about this mower is it's so quiet. Really, the only thing that you hear is the blades underneath turning. Otherwise, it's with the gas mower, you wouldn't be able to hear and talk to another person like this. And I really hope it's coming in as good as what I think it is, because it's just so quiet. And I could be out here in the dark mowing this and nobody would know. It's quieter than your household vacuum. Tell just by how loud that stick was on a regular mower. That would be a lot quieter. Actually, it'd be the same level of sound. It's just the gas engine would have muffled that a lot and you wouldn't have heard that loud. So I really, really like how quiet this thing is. The personal pace just makes it effortless to push it along. If you can walk it whatever pace you want to, it's going to do it. Climbing up hills and everything, as long as you're pushing in on the handle, it's going to go. So, as much as I don't like push mowing, I really do enjoy this mower. Just as much as the gas mower, it cuts every bit as good as the gas mower. Okay, so there are some variables out here that I do want to talk about. It's hot out, the grass is a little bit dry. There wasn't a lot of height to the grass, so I wasn't cutting much off. I was cutting enough off that you could tell where I was mowing, but 3.5 inches is what I'm cutting it at. It cut everything just fine. So if you're in early spring or late fall when a lot of that rain's coming down, your battery life is going to vary just a little bit depending on how much torque that mower is required to cut that grass down. So if you didn't know, this mower does have electronics on it that senses how much power the mower needs to actually cut the grass. If you're in the spring and fall when there's a lot of rain out and your grass is really thick and wet, the electronics in this is going to sense how much power it takes to get through those blades of grass, and it's actually going to raise that RPM up in order to get through that a lot better. So today, like I say, it's hot, it's dry. I'm not cutting that much off because the growth is a little bit slow. So in this situation today, we are running at optimal conditions. So your conditions will vary depending on the time of the year, what kind of grass you're cutting and whatnot. But I think for today's cutting, we're not bogging the engine down very much, and it's running at its optimal condition, like I say. So I have not opened the lid up yet and checked the battery. I'm really hoping I have enough to get through the rest of this property. So let's look at it together. Half battery. A half battery to cut this property, and I'll annotate how big that is. So half battery on a lawnmower to get this property done. And in my opinion, this is a little larger than average. It's really deep that direction. He's got a big front yard. So even though this 6 amp hour battery is made for this lawnmower, like I say, it is interchangeable with the blower and the weed eater. Look out for that mower there. So this is going to make these tools here a little bit cumbersome because this is twice the size of the batteries that come in these. But I am going to run this battery to weed eat and blow. So the weed eating, like I said, there's going to be a little bit of places around here where it's going to be a little bit of a work on the motor, on the weed eater. But other than that, it's just going to be simple weed eating. Like I say, the grass is dry and not very tall. So I'm going to put this on the weed eater and we're going to wrap around the house with it. Now that does change the dynamics of this weed eater quite a bit, and it is a little bit heavy. It's designed for it. I wouldn't want to use this all day long by any means, but it's on here and it works, so let's get to weed eating. Okay, so the property is trimmed. Let's check this battery real quick. We still got a half a battery. I don't want to do this because I'm done working. I'm going to edge this sidewalk. There's a little bit behind me that I'm not going to do, but I'm just going to do the sidewalk just to get the most out of this that I can. I didn't say how good of a job I'd do, I just said I'd do it. All right, we're on the downhill side now. Finished edging. I trimmed the sidewalk, I trimmed their front porch sidewalk. And of course you got video all around the house. Check out this battery real quick. Half battery still. Half a battery still. That's a lot of grass. That was a lot of, when you're edging the edges of your sidewalks, that's a lot of torque on the motor because you're actually digging out some ground. I edge this property probably 3 times a year. It was the first time this year, so I was actually digging out dirt in there, so a lot of torque on the motor. So now, the only thing left is to blow this property off. And again, like I say, the battery for the mower is interchangeable with all of the others, so it slaps right into the blower, and I'm sure that I can blow all this property off within a half battery. This is surprising me. I honestly thought that I would have to get a smaller battery out to at least finish this property, but I'm gonna do it all right here. All right, I got you guys on super view. My hands are really shaky because this battery's all on the back and it's heavy. Let's get to blow it off this property. Now, if you can see right there, that's quite a bit of blowing distance from all the way from here to there. This has a lot of volume on the air, not so much pinpoint. It's got a big old nozzle on here, so it's got a huge volume of air. And I said it before, but this is going to be great for pushing leaves. And there you have it, a whole property done on one mower battery. Down to 1/4 battery. So again, every time I get this Toro equipment out, it exceeds my expectations every time. If I had a smaller yard, I wouldn't push mow this. I'd buy a rider for this personally. I got a time cutter to finish all this up, or that's what I mow with. But if I had a smaller property, I've already told the Toro reps I wish that I did have a smaller yard in a way, because I would invest fully in the battery operated equipment. It has surprised me on every corner. Edging the sidewalk, getting into that dirt used a ton of torque. I would absolutely put this weed eater up against a 94R, and that's a commercial grade weed eater. The way it dug into that dirt, it didn't bog down. It just kept, it's got so much torque to get in there and keep on eating. The blower, it has a ton of volume. If you could see how much that blew off that sidewalk. Again, I would compare that to, actually that is better than my Toro 60v BG. I believe that's the number on that. That right there outperforms a gas weed eater. The lawnmower, it's the exact same as a recycler. It's just got a battery operated motor on it. The 60 volt battery, 6.0 amp, 324 watt hours. Yeah, that's what it is. This battery alone in this mower did this entire property, weed eated it and blew it. So there is nothing more than I can ask for out of that. I honestly think that I could probably trim these trees up if I had a chainsaw. They're hanging just a little bit low. Just because it's a chainsaw, the only time you're using it is when you're pulling the trigger. So I think that I could trim these trees up just a hair with a chainsaw if I had time to do that. I have the battery to do that. So anyway, this only used 3/4 of a battery. How far into that 3/4, I don't know. I can't give you an actual percentage other than it shows 25% full. I'm sure that it's under that 25%, 20 to 23. I don't know, I'm just guessing. There's no way to see the actual percentage other than one bar. So again, hey, that's a long ramble there at the end, but again, super surprised with the battery operated 60-volt system by Toro. Guys, if you enjoyed the video, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, leave a comment down below. I will see you in the next one. I'm out.
Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. I just dream of fishing while I'm going through my workday. I listen to my boss, though he's driving me berserk. Damn it, I can't take much more because my brain is really hurting. And now the bank is always calling and I don't know what to do. And I haven't bought a crankbait since like 1992. But the bass are out there schooling.